morning.
Looking crusty.
It's the weekend.
I need to get myself together. Am I pretty now?
Bring on the day.
Yeah. Okay, me on a bad day, that don't happen. Tactics similar to pirate captains, going for the gold, no kinda still go wagon. But it's school with Steve, so she call me Big Daddy. Adam, spitting Billy Madison at them. Haters flat soda, don't cap them. Trash 'em. Linguistics from the lips of a dragon. Fire on the beat from a pen filled with magma. Tagged in captions just cause I'm rapping. Ask for a graph, chicken scratch.
Life hack that I learned, it's harmless to your cat, but if you use a little fabric freshener in their litter, then your house won't smell, the litter box won't smell, and because I have a small apartment, it really works out. So
Werk. Knew we would win, so the is packed up. For the road, oh that's already been packed, bruh. Fire on the beat from a pen filled with magma. Tagged in captions just cause I'm rapping. Ask for a graph, chicken scratches the action. Lack motivation, but think with a passion. No plan B when big dreams seem massive. Work. Wait.
So now I am taking my mom to this movie called The Shack, and we're both really excited to see it. We're gonna go to the recliner theater, so that'll be fun. Let's go.
Later.
I'm just finished seeing The Shack with the entire elderly community of Berks County, but that was by far the best movie I've seen in a while. It was so good. I cried for half the movie. It's a definite go see, and I'll talk more about it later, but it was good. 10 stars, amazing. Right on? Yes. She doesn't want to be on camera, but yeah, it was so great. I'm so glad that I was able to go see it with my mom. We both read the book, so it was a good experience. Different glasses. Fatima and my mom decided they didn't want to go shopping. They didn't want to go to Kmart and to the mall and do other stuff like, you know, go to Arts and go to AC Moore. So now it's just me and my little brother Jabril.
Hello.
Open your eyes. We're getting a CD. And we're gonna have a little bit of big sister, little brother time. And then I'll probably head home. So let's go to the Berkshire Mall. Not the Berkshire Mall. You know.
That is the correct way to say it.
Berkshire.
Good.
Also, when I say home, I mean my parents' house. I'm gonna be going there after me and Jabby go to the mall and, you know, do our thing, because I don't live home, to drop him off at home. And my youngest sister Fatima is home on spring break, so we're gonna have a little dinner, everyone all together at the house before she goes back to Penn State. So that's what's happening. I just wanted to clear that up. I don't live at home. I have my own place. And yeah, I'm a grown lady.
But also, I'm hoping to get a little opening vlog thing for my channel taped while I'm out there. So I have my little backdrop fabrics, and I'm gonna be standing out in the cold shooting a little intro. Maybe with some glitter or something.
Yeah, girl. That's the plan.
Ucho.
Yeah, Dubby, rocking out. Got my man Reese on the track. It's an IUP fan. Look like they rocking out, like they never seen, rocking out, like they never seen, rocking out, like they never seen, rocking out, like they never seen. I'm local, dog. I'm dangerous. I'm flowing good. Don't anchor it. My words cold, like Anchorage. Cooking this food for thought, trying to steal my recipe like Plankton did. But nah, y'all ain't with it. Let me flash back like Peter Griffin. All them symptoms, I'm the sickest, cause I show signs like hieroglyphics. 1-2 punch, I lead this 50 transform to a hit, no sin with 50. Call me Ashton, now where's my Demi? All out of luck like the back of a penny. Let me get this.
So I've reached my homeland. I'm here at the house. And look, little Tima has her she's starting her little business. Follow her on Instagram called Colored by Fatima. So follow her and buy her merchandise. Alright guys, I'm almost positive there's an animal back by the shed, and this is how I got my penny. You know, he wasn't by the shed, but he was in the woods out here, and he was crying for days in the rain, and we didn't know what it was, and I finally, you know, found him. So I'm thinking it might be another kitten out here. So it's really cold, and hopefully I can rescue him. Hopefully it's a kitten, hopefully it's not some type of kitty. All right, now he's being quiet, so I'm just gonna finish up doing what I was doing. Hopefully it comes out well. If only you guys knew.
I couldn't do this out by my apartment because people would stare at me, and I wanted to get the good daylight because I'm not fancy enough to have one of those tripods or anything like that. But this daylight though, I'm looking good. Hey,
back home now. I was gonna stay for dinner, but I decided to come back home because they are gonna be eating very late, probably like at 9 o'clock, and I just wanted to come home and relax, edit my videos, and feed my cat Penny. So yeah, but it was nice. I hung out for a while.
I hope that the little kitten survives the night. It's really cold, and I could hear him crying, or him or her crying. Every time the wind blew, I could hear the little kitty crying. So yeah, I hope they're okay. I definitely would have rescued another cat.
Just yesterday I was sitting scrolling through the lost animals of Berks County Facebook, like crying, like thinking I'm gonna go out there and drive and find these animals and everything like that. Me and Dubby had a really good time at the mall. I also ended up going to Bath and Body Works, one of my favorite stores. That was nice. I saw The Shack with my mom earlier, and I told you guys I would tell you about it. It was such a good movie. The history of that is that my mom's friend gave her the book a couple years ago, but my mom read it and then she passed it on along to me, and I read it, and this was in my freshman year of college. You know, I read it, but I don't think I really like pulled that deep of a meaning from it. I didn't really have that much life experience to relate to some of the things in that book, but today, remembering the book, seeing the movie, I just cried pretty much the whole movie, and it just reminded me of, you know, just how important it is to keep that relationship with God always open and personal. Like, if there's one thing that movie talks about, it's about developing a close personal relationship with God. You know, seeing him as your papa or your father, somebody who's obtainable, who's you can talk to about everything, and who is with you at all times. The main things that they talk about that, you know, the guy is going through, Mac or Mackenzie, is he's had so much pain in his life. And I just think about myself, and you know, people hurt you, and I've had pain in my life now since reading the book originally. And it just gives you some things to relate back to, you know, death and things that you ask God, why am I being put through these situations? And, you know, you may feel like a little bit distant from God, or you never get closure with that type of stuff. And it was nice to see the movie and just see so many things, not just spoken or in words written down, but to see it in a visual picture form. For example, in the movie, he forgave himself at this one point in the movie, and he realized that he can't judge himself and he can't judge others. And it was that in that moment in time that he was stood in a rainfall, and it was like everything was washed away, you know, and he felt lighter and he was happier, and you could see a weight was lifted off of him. And it's just a movie you have to see and a movie you have to buy. And it just reminded me again just to stay close to God and to keep that relationship close, to never feel distant from God, and that the Holy Spirit is always with me. And it's just always a reason to be joyful for every second of life that you have here on earth, because it truly is a gift. So yeah, so it just makes me so excited. And then I started thinking about, I really miss Black church. But it wasn't so much that I really miss Black church, but when I was going to Black church, my relationship was super, super close. And I let my relationship with God kind of, you know, I haven't let it go, but it hasn't been as close because I felt like, oh, I don't have the right church, you know, and that's a horrible thing to do. Now I do have a church that I'm liking. It's a new church. It's up and coming. I'll try to vlog it tomorrow. When I go, we don't even have like a real location. It's in like a rec center, but it just makes me feel hyped to go to church tomorrow. It makes me feel excited to read the Bible every night, to keep my relationship close. In my family, I've kind of been the person to keep the faith all the time, and my sisters, my mom, they call me, and you know, I'm the one that they ask to pray with them and to give them words of encouragement. And I just have to keep that going, you know. I don't want to ever feel like a fraud. I want to feel like somebody who can uplift my family and carry some of the burden and help them out and lead them closer to God when things aren't always so perfect. So yeah, I don't even know if I'm making any sense, but this is just a huge, that movie just made me completely reflect on myself and want to do better in all aspects of my life. It was very motivational, very inspiring. Since my mom had her stroke, I feel like I've had to step in as kind of a mother type role, you know. I don't ever want to say that she's not a mom, but I've had to step up, you know. I was very selfish, but then, you know, I'm realizing now, since my mom had her stroke, that I have to step up. I mean, you know, between me and my sister Melissa, we really split the load, you know, of parent-teacher conferences and making sure Fatima and Jabril get to where they need to go, and, you know, making sure my mom takes care of herself and takes her medicine. So I don't know where I was going with that, but basically I just feel a tremendous amount of responsibility, not only to myself, but to my family. And I know the only way that I can fulfill that responsibility is to stay close to God. It's not to stress about any of these things going on. Am I doing enough, you know? Am I doing too little? Is everybody getting what they need? It's just about focusing on the main goal, and that's God. And God knows me. He's extremely fond of me, as they say in the movie The Shack. He's extremely fond of me. He knows me. He knows my heart. But I can't turn away from that relationship. I have to keep constant communication in order to be grounded, successful, and to remain on the right path. So yeah, this is a little bit of a rant, but I've always wanted to be one of those people who can be inspiring to others, somebody to look up to, somebody with wisdom. And it's movies like this and it's positive keep me going, and I've got to remember to keep this positive stuff in my life. So good night, guys. I'll talk to you later, and I'll be going to church tomorrow, so I'll see you then, and good night. Bye. My battery is dying. We